full overlay, we've tried it. It's definitely hard to do. Where am I going? I don't know how to work this thing. Sorry, you guys. This is where I want to go. Go back here. Okay, what about these people? If they hate red and yellow in 10 years, how much is it going to cost? You paint the wall, you get new artwork, you get new furniture, but everything else is layerable. The floor, the cabinets, the countertops, layerable. Neutral, not boring, but something that you could come in and say, you know what, my new favorite colors are green and purple, and I'm going to bring them in. I don't know. You guys like color, whatever you like. But you bring that in. There you go. You can paint it pink, right? It's not going to break the bank. You're bringing color in the right way. So I say this just because you're going to save money doing it, but on the last day of every show, you see me placing accessories, okay? And on the last day of every show, I get out of there. It's insanity. There's 50 people in and out. It's crazy. We kick the homeowner out in the morning. We're trying to get to that last scene. And I go, and I've got about $500, and I go to Home Goods and Marshalls and Target and TJ Maxx. And I go and I buy a bunch of trinkets. And at the very end, I'm placing them in real time, and the homeowners are waiting on the side, ready to come see their new space. And no fail, every single time, you guys don't get to see this either, but every time I invite them in, Jessica, Mike, come see your new kitchen. And they walk in. It's usually always the girl that cries, sometimes the guy if I let you guys go too long. You drink too many beers. But you walk in and it's always like, oh my God, look at the flowers. And we're like, okay, cut. We just gave you a $100,000 kitchen. And you want to talk about the fake flowers from Target that cost me $20. So keep crying, come back in again. But the best part about it is that those little things make a huge difference. Don't they? Those little things, for $500, I could change the entire look of a kitchen. So keep that in mind when it comes to color. You know, there's right ways and wrong ways to bring it in. How many of you guys have that KitchenAid mixer that weighs like 3,000 pounds? Anybody have a fun color? Pink? Ooh. Anybody else? No, everybody else has white? 35 years old and it still runs, doesn't it? Those things don't break. And they don't break because it's not like we're moving them, right? They weigh 5,000 pounds. And why do you think, is that a dog? Why do you think they come in 50 different colors? Because it's form and function. Because they know it's 5,000 pounds and we're not moving it off the counter into the cabinets. We don't have the space to store it. We don't have the strength to store it every time. So whether you use it once a week or once a year, it's right there, isn't it? It's red or it's pink or it's blue or it's, you know, they've got rose gold. There's a million different colors to look at. And they do that because they know it's an extension of your personality. And they know that it's something that's going to sit there and be on display. You know, some of these smaller appliance companies are doing it right, and they're bringing in a lot of color with some of their stuff. There's even, if anyone's in the market, a Swarovski crystal encrusted mixer from KitchenAid. Okay? It's only 10 grand. So don't all rush to it, but people love it, right? And they bring that in, and that's their color. Maybe that's their pop. Open shelving, right? We get to display some of our nicer things, our cookbooks, mugs, something that, like, you know, maybe our spices or, you know, whatever it is that has color and personality. There's ways to display it without being offensive, because we all want something that's going to be timeless, not going to be something that we're changing out, because we all watch HGTV a lot, right? And Chip and Joanna are doing something, or the Property Brothers are doing something, and all of a sudden you come home and it's like, honey, I changed the whole kitchen. Right? We're always doing this, but you don't want to be spending tons of money and constantly changing it. So please keep your kitchens nice and layerable. Here's an example of painting cabinets. Not my favorite color, but anybody painted their cabinets? You did? You painted them for her? That's sweet. Did you, so before I get to that, I asked the same question in a home show, and I had a woman kind of formica her hand up. Kind of that embarrassing moment. She's like, hey, I painted my cabinets, and then when I installed them again, all the paint dripped off. And I was like, what? I'm like, did you sand them down? She's like, no. You got to sand your cabinets down, right? Years and years of grease and grime and whatever top coat's on there. You can't just paint over it. So I'm sure you sanded hers down, right? This isn't a day project. It's a weekend project. You got to take all the doors off, all the drawer fronts off. You got to tape everything out. You got to paint it. And I would recommend did you do it with a roller and brushes? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what I recommend now, if anybody's trying to do it or attempting to do it, is to rent a sprayer. All right, you can rent a sprayer, you can buy a sprayer. Once you get the hang of it, it's a professional job, and it's super easy to do, and before you know it, you'll be painting your kitchen every 6 months. But this person said, you know what, I love baby blue, works for me, I live here, this is my house. 10 years from now, they go to sell it. I guarantee their realtor's telling them to paint them white. Okay, and how easy is that going to be? You already got the hang of it. You can do it yourself. You don't have to pay a contractor, and now you're saving money, but you lived in a space that was true to you, and now you get to sell it and appeal to the masses. Okay? Bringing in the green, that's another thing that we talk about in Chicago especially. You guys don't have to worry about that because you're lucky. You've got sunshine and nice weather. Meanwhile, I've got polar vortexes and gray skies and depression. It's really great. Those sun lamps are no joke. But what we do is a lot of herb gardens, okay? So herb gardens are what? Form and function. They look pretty, we can use them. So bringing in the green brings in energy and life. And I do a lot of those fake plants that I told you about that the homeowners walk in and cry about. And the funny part is that they look so real these days. Like I had my sister come, I was gone for 3.5 weeks. I said, hey, can you do me a favor? I need you to go, I've got 4 plants. She knows that I've got these big trees in my house. And I said, I need you to go water my plants. She calls me after and she's like, I am never doing that again. And I was like, oh, okay. I knew I should not ask her for a favor. I go, why? She's like, you have 500 plants. And I was like, no, newsflash, I got 4. She's like, oh, whoops. She watered all my fake plants. So like the fake plants that I'm talking about have like the faux water in them. And so there's 6 inches of faux water and then there's 4 inches of real water. So I had to go home and pour them all out. But they look so real and they make such a big difference, especially if you don't want to maintain them. So look for those good things. Bring color in the right way. Think about walking the show and looking for those cabinet companies and talking to them and, and retrofitting your existing space to make it a happier one to live in, a healthier one to be in because you're happy. And just, I hope you guys have something to take away from this. We're going to do a Q&A here in 2 seconds. Yes, and then come on up and say hi and we'll take some pictures. But the new show, I don't know, I know you saw it, thank you. It's called Windy City Flip, premiered in July, and it got picked up for season 1. So no more Kitchen Crashers. I am doing Windy City Flip now, and it's all about me as a developer and designer in Chicago and flipping homes that I buy myself, me and my partner. And it's the good, the bad, the ugly, the whole deal. It's not just like all this smoke and mirrors. It's the real deal. Stop work notices, blizzards, losing money, the real part of flipping houses. So each house is 1 episode. It's going to take me about a year to finish all 10 houses. So it'll be interesting. It's fun. It's exciting. It's great to be able to kind of do what you love and have you guys all watch it and learn from it. So thank you for watching, and thank you for listening, and thank you for coming. Thank you. So now we'll do a Q&A, and honestly, you guys always have the same questions, so it's really nice to kind of hear, somebody else ask it. Yeah. Has anyone ever hated it? Yes. So out of 117 episodes, we had 1 couple that hated it, and we felt the same way about them, so it didn't matter. I told you, we work with them very closely, all right? It's not like I go, okay, cool, be back in, 2 months. I'm on an email with them, phone calls, contractor meetings, so they're very involved in this design process. And this couple was just miserable. Everything, and it was all on their design board. They made me a design board. So I come on set and she's like, can we talk to you? Like, yeah, sure. We don't like our cabinets. I go, great. Okay, you're gonna pretend like you do. We're gonna say action, and you're just gonna pretend like you love them. And then afterwards I said, these are exactly what you picked. Same thing with the light fixtures. We don't like them. I go, okay, cool, you're gonna pretend like you do. We couldn't have gotten out of there faster. We left like production equipment. We were like, get us out. These people are never going to be happy with anything. So, yeah, not bad though. 117, one couple. I'll take it. Trading Spaces. That's coming back. Awful. Oh my God. That was the fun part. Watching at the end when like you're like, wait, that's a rainforest room? They're stapling fake vines to the wall. But it's like very low budget. I think the new one's going to be awesome. You know, they're all coming back. So, yes. Where's Scott? He's in Canada. Yeah. He's still doing his thing. Well, you think he's good looking? So good looking. She's panting. She's like salivating. He is. He's very cute. He's very cute. Yeah, he's in Canada. He's not going anywhere. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
When you Google those, you find your new job. Are those people pre-planned?
So some of them are, okay, they're called plants, and those plants wrote on, hgtv.com. So you can go on there, any one of you can apply. And they applied. So when I showed up, on a Saturday, I knew there were plants, right? I knew that we had 10 people coming that were planted there. But my goal was always to find the real people. And they were just more authentic. I'm not saying the plants weren't. I think they just felt like they were entitled. It was very weird. But again, after season 1 and going to all these houses that were not crashable, we wasted so much time with production. So we actually had you guys apply, and then you'd meet us if you were in the area and your kitchen sucked and we could help you. You would, meet me in aisle 10. But it didn't matter. Even if they were planted, if I went up to them and nothing clicked, it was, I had my signal. HGTV pays for it, and then the homeowners pay a tax on it. So gift tax. No, not hardly any of it is. We used to go to Home Depot to fix things, so. Yeah, it depends. And whatever was close to set is where we would go. But just because Lowe's is a better looking interior than Home Depot, that's the only reason we filmed there. Yeah.
So the client doesn't actually pay for the kitchen?
No, they pay a tax on it. So the kitchen's $100,000 value, and they pay probably $7,000.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I'm going to apply.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yes, ma'am.
That's insane.
Anyone looking to do a kitchen in Florida? Not me. I wish. If my show was still going, I'm sure I would convince them. Yeah, that's always the first question. Yep. Oh, nice. Good. It's a great city. Yeah. It's called Windy City Flip, so maybe you saw it. There was another couple that did a pilot called Chi-Town Flip or something, and that didn't make it. Yeah, if it was Windy City Flip. Right? Yeah, that was my show. Yeah. Where the house fell down? Yes. That's the one. It was so fun. The dark cabinets, thank you. The new homeowners wanted white cabinets. Yep, and they kept it. So they told the realtor, they were like, we love the house, it's so beautiful, but we want white cabinets. I'm like, well, they have to pay for it. Because these are my homes that I'm designing, and so I sell them, and you buy them as is. And so I told the realtor, oh, good. Oh, good, please do. There you go. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's a great city, so much going on. But yeah, that episode, the house fell over. It was built in 1885, so the brick wasn't structurally sound, and there was only one layer of it. So back in the day, they used to double up, sometimes triple up on that brick and mortar. And it was just one. And once we started demoing, it just real time. I was